What is up, beer friends, and welcome back to another episode of Beer Detour. On today's episode, I'm going to be teaching you how to shotgun a beer, I guarantee it. But first, and more importantly, I am going to learn how to shotgun a beer. Let's do this. I know what you're thinking. How is a guy that's never shotgun a beer gonna teach me how to shotgun a beer? Well, that's a good question. I've scoured the internet. I've seen the YouTube videos. I've read the blogs. I've watched the college movies. I've talked with friends. I've talked with family members. And I think I've gotten down the proper steps. I've done the research. I've done the math. I think I know what it takes to shotgun a beer, but I don't just want to talk about it, kind of give you guys the keys. I want to do it. I want to show that somebody that's never shotgun a beer can learn how to shotgun a beer with these keys here, these steps right here. So first, I'm going to go over them. I'm going to try to do it myself. And then once I get it, I'm going to give you guys my highlights, my tips, my tricks, my techniques in order for you guys to learn how to shotgun a beer. So stay tuned throughout the video. You'll see me learn it, and then I'm going to teach it to you guys. So there's two main reasons why you would want to shotgun a beer. Typically, and I think the best reason is to look cool. If you're with friends, if you're with family, if you're at a college party or just any party in general, usually somebody there wants to play a drinking game or they're playing drinking games. So one of the coolest things you could do is grab a beer and do a shotgun with a friend. So once you learn how to do it, you're going to be wanting to do it all the time. So I think that's the main reason why people love to do shotguns. Is because it just looks cool. And then the second reason is, of course, because they want to get drunk really fast. Now, this is typical at college parties or at parties in general. But I think the first reason kind of covers most reasoning why you would want to do this. Step number one, and this is something that I kind of discovered when I went to go buy the beer to do the shotgun. I've watched all the videos and I read kind of brief explanations about it and keys and tips and tricks. And I figured out that one of the biggest steps to this starts even before you even have a can of beer in your hand, and that's going out and buying the right kind of beer. Now, you probably didn't think about this, but what you don't want is something heavy. You don't want an IPA, you don't want a porter, you definitely don't want anything like a stout, and Mexican lagers maybe, but you're gonna build up to that. So you want something really light and really cheap. Light beer is perfect for a shotgun. First of all, it's like 90% water, contains very minimal alcohol, usually like 4.0 to 4.5. And it's very cheap. You can dispose of it, you can drop a lot of it, and nobody cares. So light beer is going to be your go-to when selecting the perfect beer for a shotgun. Remember that. Step number two, finding the air bubble. So another key thing that I found with a lot of videos is they try to explain to you where the perfect puncture is. Now, if you have a brief overview, if you kind of understand a little bit because you've seen your friends do this, you know that they tilt the beer and then they puncture the beer and then they tilt it up and they do the shotgun, right? That's what you've seen. What you haven't seen or maybe don't understand quite is how they're able to puncture the beer without it spilling everywhere, without spraying out everywhere. And that's because most beer does have a little bit of air contained inside of it. Now, if I'm holding the beer like this, more than likely the air is traveling from the sides all the way to the top here. So the top is going to contain the air. That way, when you open it, some air is released or carbonation is released and you don't get too fizzy, right? But if I tilt it down like this, where do you guys think the air is going to go? Right to here to this corner. It's tilted at a downward angle, so all the beer's going down and all the air and all the pressure is going up. So you want to puncture the beer where the air is, and that's so it doesn't spray everywhere. So you get just a nice air pocket, and this is basically the bottom third of the beer. So this is the bottom third of the beer. By the way, I chose Bud Light. It's my personal favorite light beer. Like I said, you can choose Coors Light, Busch Light, any light beer will do. Rolling Rock is fine. But I don't recommend it. I would recommend Bud Light. I love the flavor, and it's my favorite light beer, and I'm not sponsored to do so, even though I should be. Bud Light, hit me up. Anyways, bottom third of the can, right about here, is probably the best place to do the puncture, the opening. And again, you want to make sure that you're tilting it at an angle away from you. That way it doesn't spray open, it doesn't spray somebody in the face, and then you look like the jerk at the party. So usually you want to have a sink in front of you or be outside. I am focused, determined to do this. All right, so step number 3, this one is a difference maker, and I've seen a lot of videos, and some people will touch up on this. The bigger the hole that you make, or the bigger the puncture on the beer, the easier it's going to be for that beer to be released, and the faster it's going to be for that beer to be released. So the bigger the hole, the bigger the circumference that you make when you're preparing your beer to do the shotgun, the more likely that you're going to be able to do it faster and a lot smoother. So you want to make sure that when you're preparing a beer for a shotgun, you make a really big hole or really make puncture. And this is preparation. Preparation is key. All right, so number 4 I have here, let gravity do the work. Like I said, you're going to be puncturing the beer. You're going to make a big hole right here, and when you tilt that baby up, gravity is going to do most of the work. It's going to flow the beer right down your throat. And then as soon as you lift it up into this vertical position, you're going to crack open the top. That's going to allow more airflow to go down through the hole into your mouth faster, quicker. You don't want any restrictions. One of the key things with this is you don't want to be sucking on the beer. So you don't want to be tilting down trying to suck the beer out. You're fighting gravity. Let gravity do the work. So as soon as you tilt it up and you crack open the beer and the shotgun blast goes off, you want to tilt your head back even. That's a key tip. Tilt your head back so gravity does most of the work and pours that beer right down your throat hole. All right, beer friends. So a couple of things that I've actually learned when I was preparing this beer for the shotgun. You want to make sure that when you're opening the hole, you don't create a weird crease that's going to cut your finger or cut your mouth. So you want to be very careful with that. And also, if you do cut a big piece like this here and you're folding it back, you take off that piece. Don't bend it in. Don't let it fall in the beer. Don't do that. Warning, do not cut a hole in there and let the piece of plastic or aluminum fall in there. You don't want to drink that. That could cause harm or bodily injury. Not recommended. And again, this that I'm showing you is just for entertainment purposes only. I do not recommend anybody doing this. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Right, guys? All right, so as you can see, this is the hole that I've cut out here. It's a little bit smaller than I wanted to, but I think you'll do good for the first time around. Then we can adjust it based on how this goes, okay? So I've made the hole, bottom third of the can right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. All the liquid is here. It did fizz out a little bit. Now, if you're doing this or if you're practicing this, you want to do this in a sink or outside or at your friend's house, the guy that you don't really like and he has a carpet, you could probably do it there. That'd be fine. I also brought a bowl just in case this doesn't go as well. So this is my very first time attempting a shotgun. We're going to go through with this together, friends. All right, so I'm going to get my finger on the tab here. Get ready, because as soon as I tilt it up in a vertical position and I feel the liquid hit my lips, I'm breaking this bad boy open and I'm doing a goddamn shotgun. Let's do this, beer friends. Okay. That pretty much went the way I expected. That's very cold. It's very cold. But it wasn't that bad, okay? It wasn't that bad. I think I spilled like half of it. So that's gonna be fun cleaning up. No, but I got that sudden rush and I got a little too quick to it. I did leave a little bit in there. Oh, I guess I left a lot in there. But I got most of it. I did feel that rush. I want to do a really clean one, so let's try that again. Take 2. I've made the hole a little bit bigger. Okay, a lot bigger. That last time I felt like it was a little bit restricted, so I made it a little bit bigger. We're working, we're figuring things out. We're moving things around, figuring things out. I also bent the ends. I got a little bit clipped last time, so I bent the ends just a little bit around the corners. That way I don't get clipped. Let's try this again. Shotgun attempt numero dos. Again, bottom third, big hole, big circumference. Let's see if we could let gravity do the work. This time, I didn't really do that too much. Here we go. If I can get a grip here. Okay. Okay. Oh. That was a goddamn epic fail. I don't know what the hell was wrong with this tab, but I couldn't get under it, and I couldn't get the friction to pop the tab open. Big mistake, but now you know, and I've learned from it. Make sure you get a good grip on the tab before you open it vertically and all that beer is rushing into your gut. And we're back. Okay, so one key thing that I learned is the placement relative to where the can is opening is something that you need to take account of. Basically, here's the tab, and you want to place the hole where this tab opens this way. Hope you guys can see that. Here's the tab. The tab, locate the hole right here, and I just, for some reason, it just came to me because I spilled like half of it and I couldn't open it in the last take, that it's easier if you have the tab here, you hold it on your right hand here, and as you lift up, you open the tab and then let it pour out. I think I had the hole like somewhere down here the last time around, and it's just my hand position wasn't working. So hopefully this can work now. I think I got it. I'm learning with the curve, okay? All right, slowly progressing. I don't know what take I'm on. The good thing is it's Bud Light, so I can do a couple more of these. But let's give it another shot, okay? Let gravity do the work. Make sure you get a firm hold on the tab this time. Here we go. Cheers, everybody. Oh. Woo! That's a refresher. Here we go. Not bad, huh? Not bad. Yeah, I spilled some. Okay. Sue me. It's my first time trying to shotgun a beer. You might drop some. That's okay. We're working towards it. And a key here is to practice, practice, practice. The more I do this, the less I'm going to spill, hopefully. I want to give this one more shot. I think I kind of understand the physics of it, and I'm getting more chugging than really sucking. That's one of the biggest things there, is to loosen your mouth. It feels kind of weird, and that actually sounds weird to say, but you want to loosen your mouth and your throat, as weird as that sounds, to allow the gravity to pull the beer into your throat hole. One more shot. I think we got this. This is supposed to be a beer trick, and I've turned this into a beer challenge. But we're getting there. I'm getting there, okay? One final time. Let's see if I can do better. Again, one thing that I really, really want to stress is that you're going to make the hole, this is key, right where the tab is. So follow the tab all the way up, and you want to make the hole at the bottom third right here. Just so you can get your finger under it and still be able to chug it. Remember, the bigger the hole, the easier it is to chug. Okay? We're ready? Here we go. Cheers, beer friends. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. So there we have it. I learned how to shotgun a beer in within 4 or 5 cans, and you guys can too. So go buy a 6-pack. I'm just kidding. No, this is for educational purposes and entertainment purposes only. Do not try this at home. Do not try it at your next family's birthday party or at any college party. Do not try this at all. So, beer friends, what did we learn today? Well, we learned that you can learn a new beer trick. You can teach an old dog new tricks, so to say, so to speak. I'm going to give you guys my keys to success. So now you've watched me do it. You've watched me try it for the very first time on camera. But I don't regret anything. Now I'm kind of amped up. Now I kind of want to keep trying it. And I am going to be doing so. I got inspired to want to learn this. I learned it the best I could so far, but there's going to be better days ahead, and I'm going to get this down. Here's the keys to success if you want to learn how to shotgun a beer. So the first step is pick the right beer. Okay, this is extremely important. Make sure you have a light beer. Don't do an IPA, don't do a stout, don't do a porter, don't do a heavy, very strong alcoholic beer. With one beer chug, you're gonna be out, you're gonna be bloated, you're gonna be passed out. Do a light beer that has a low ABV or alcohol by volume content. So choosing the beer is the very first step, and it's the very first key to success when trying to do a shotgun. The second step, or the second key here to doing a shotgun is to prepare the can properly. And I can't stress this enough. And one thing that I actually learned during this, besides the circle or the punch out or the cutout, whatever you want to call it, the very next thing that's important is where you're placing it. Make sure that the tab, that you're following the tab, the end of the tab, all the way up the beer, and then you're placing it on the bottom third of the can. And you want to make the puncture as big as you can. Now, I didn't show how I did that. I used a small little knife, but if you're somewhere where you might use a key or something else to puncture the beer, you want to make enough room in there that when you pull it up, you can allow all that beer to come out very, very easily. You don't want restrictions because it's just going to take longer, okay? And don't worry about the beer spilling. That's why you chose a light, cheap beer. You can go through multiple of these. No one's going to worry about it, okay? So light beer. Prepare the can properly with the big circumference. Make sure you're following the tab here all the way to the back and you're making a big puncture there. That way you can properly let the beer flow through. Now, the number 3 key to success is allow the beer to drain. Again, that's the same thing I was just saying before. Allow the beer to drain. Don't cause any friction. I kind of tilted my head up a little bit, but just because it does feel weird initially, but I've noticed that, yes, you do want gravity to help you just a little bit, allowing the throat muscles to relax a little bit. I know that sounds kind of weird, but that's kind of what you're gonna have to do. And you tilt up and you almost lean your head back. Actually helps with that too. And then the rest is just airflow. And then 4, and most importantly, try and try and try again. Practice, practice, practice. It is just a fun beer trick, so don't take it seriously. If you see a friend or a family member try it and they are asking people to do it, just go and try it. It's fine. Don't get intimidated by it. Like I said, use these keys that now you know and kind of understand a way that you might be able to do it, to go and try it with your friends and family if you want to. Okay, and these are going to help you. These are tips and techniques that are going to help you accomplish this fun beer trick. And like I said, it's just something fun to do. Don't take it serious. Don't take it as a challenge. I did, but just because I wanted to accomplish something and I wanted to show you guys exactly that you could do it, that you guys can do it as well. Whew, I am drenched. So first and foremost, I just want to say thank you to all my beer friends. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and smash the subscribe button. You want to turn on the notification bell, that way you're alerted and every time a new video drops. If you like this video and you learn how to do shotgun, go ahead and click the like button. And if you actually learn, or maybe if you're just inspired by this video to want to learn it, or maybe you found the keys that you needed to learn how to do a shotgun, or this inspired you in some minor way, please leave a comment down below. Let me know about that experience. Or maybe if you're a master and you have more keys to success, put them in the comments down below. That would be extremely helpful moving forward. But I just wanted to take the time to let you guys know that if you're watching me right now, you're on my Beer Detour channel. What I do here is a little bit of everything. Everything is beer related, but I don't just do beer reviews like I just did right now. I do beer challenges, I do beer festivals, beer events. I do anything and everything beer related. Beer Detour is your beer culture hub for everything and anything beer related. Tune into Beer Detour. You'll find something that you'll like. So I do weekly episodes where I usually go to an event, I do a festival, or I do a review, or I just do something funny and exciting and entertaining for you guys. So if you guys love beer as much as I do, it doesn't have to be IPAs, it doesn't have to be craft beer. It could be anything that you love about beer. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You will not be disappointed. I upload videos every Wednesday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, only on YouTube. And then I just started a new series for Fridays. Top 5 Fridays will be premiering every Friday, in which I take the top 5 of anything and everything. I take suggestions from the comments and I make a video about it, and you might get a shout out if you leave a suggestion. Top 5 favorite movies, comics, beers, cars, anything and everything for Top 5 Fridays. It's just a fun video. I don't put too much edits in that one. I don't take too much time. I had a blast. I hope you guys did as well. Like I said, thank you for joining me on another beer adventure, and I will see you guys, of course, next time. See you guys.